Hello, I'm Suzy Vance from Creating from the Heart, the Artistry of Living, and I am here with Joan Elizabeth Blanchard Smith, otherwise called
Jebbie.
Jebbie. Jebbie.
Jebbie.
You also brought a friend with you, I can see.
Oh, yes, I did. This is Gucci Rose.
Gucci Rose.
Gucci Rose. He's named Gucci because a couple of reasons.
Yes.
One, I work in a posh place in New Buffalo called Posh.
I love that place.
And it's an upscale consignment shop.
Mm-hmm.
And Gucci was a name that I learned about years ago.
Uh-huh.
And Gucci is I named him that because Gucci colors originally were green with a red stripe. And Gucci has a red stripe along the edge of his wing.
Oh, look at that. I see it.
That?
I didn't notice that before.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. And so I call him Gucci Rose. And my college roommate has passed away. And her name was Rose. So I thought Gucci Rose would be a fitting dedication to Rosemary
That's
Parker.
absolutely perfect. Well, Gucci, we're glad to have you with us too.
And when I'm taking a nap and when Gucci decides to run around in my house, he will jump over a couch, jump over the piano, and then jump on the table and look at my guitar, and he'll say, I think I could play that. And he'll jump up on it and go, bing, bing. I have a video somewhere of it, but it's somewhere lost right now.
So besides working at Posh and
Yes.
besides being Gucci's best friend,
yes, I have to agree.
You also, I understand, are a singer and a guitar player.
I am, and I will show you that it's true. I am. I'm a guitar player. I've been doing that for a long time since my sister gave me a guitar.
How
And
long
it was an
ago
old.
was that?
Well, it was a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago, or I'd have to talk about age. And I want to tell you, I don't tell anybody my age, and there's a reason. Would you like to know the reason?
Yes.
Because whatever you're doing, like I play a lot of pickleball, and I sing, and I swim every day, but when someone says something about age, and if they know you're 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or whatever,
They assign something.
they categorize you.
Yeah, judgment.
And it's like, really? And so, I have a lot of friends that are similar. They just say, I don't tell people my age, because all of a sudden you're put in a pinhole, you're put in a category.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone should be in a category.
There you go.
You are what you are, who you are.
That's right.
And take it or leave it.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
get it. So how did you get into singing and guitar playing?
Well, when I was in high school, I was singing in a madrigal group and singing in the choir. I've always been running around the house singing, and I always liked that. And then I have a sister, Mary Lou, who gave me my first guitar. This isn't it, but it was an old little brown guitar, and I thought, I could learn to play this, and I did. And then when I happened to be at Purdue, when I started college, I had enough knowledge of the guitar that I worked with some people down there. And then we'd play for some of the fraternities or sororities,
Right.
Mostly the fraternities. And then after college, I, by the way, graduated in elementary education, and I used to teach little children. And
I bet the guitar came in handy.
Oh yes, you could use it as a weapon, or you could use it. You could use it as a musical instrument. And it was. I got better and better, and in the summer I would spend more time with it when I wasn't.
That's great.
Swimming,
And so now what do you do with it besides entertain yourself?
Well, I have sung at a few places around here. I've sung at Potawatomi Country Club.
Yes.
I only did that once, and then COVID came on, and then when I called and said, "Hey, that was fun. I'd like to do it again," they said, well, I'm not the director of entertainment, so call so-and-so. And I haven't called them back, but I might do that. But I also sang at Joe and Freddie's.
I love Joan
And-
Freddy's.
and-
Nicole.
Oh, yes. And before that, I played at the Michigan City Yacht Club.
Uh-huh.
And that I played. And then when I started sailing, and I started windsurfing, I did Hobie Cat sailing, and then I started sailing on a boat called Harem, because the owner's Beverly Shores was skipper, and Ted Amber was his name.
Yes, I remember Ted.
Yeah, and he asked, at the time, he asked my husband if I could sail with him, and I just said, hold on, nobody, no. You ask me, you don't, I am not under a leash from no. And because he was sailing on a boat, and I thought, fine.
It's interesting that he asked you or said that,
Well,
because he's raised a couple of pretty strong-headed women.
Oh, right. You mean Maggie and Suzy? Oh, yeah. And it was before I knew them, but Ted knew me because I did some singing at the yacht club. He was a yacht club member, and it was big in sailing, and it was big in power boating too.
Right.
But the Stink Potters versus the Ragbaggers.
This is in Michigan City.
Yeah, Michigan City, right. Not Beverly Shores. No, just Michigan City. Okay, so I have when I first got out of college and I did some teaching, it was easy to meld that in with teaching. But then in the summer, I wanted to do more, and for a while, I hired a guy to get me jobs, and I sang for IBM Picnic one time, and then I kept learning more and more and more different. If I liked the music, that's what I would do. So and it's my release of energy. I mean, when I spend a lot of time, I swim every day. I work at Posh 2 or 3 times a week. And I love it. I've been there about 10 years, which is, I mean, I love it. It's hard to get out of there with a paycheck when you work there, because
that's so true.
You get introduced to all these wonderful clothes, but we're a family there, and then I live in Long Beach, and it's I've been spoiled because my parents lived next door. And they gave me the property, and at the time, I happened to be married to an architect from Purdue, and he designed a house for me. And then I had the land. My dad and mom gave me the land, so it's still there.
That's amazing.
So no, it is. I feel extremely lucky.
Blessed.
Extremely lucky.
That's great.
Okay.
I love this. So tell me about how you happened to get Gucci. How did Gucci come into your life?
Well, as I've always loved animals. I mean, I love animals now. I love the deer. The deer come around. I do. I love them.
Confessing.
I love the birds too, right? And I've always loved the birds, and I always feed the birds. And when I first started teaching at West Point, Indiana, which is a little country town outside of Lafayette.
Okay.
I bought a parakeet, and I thought, well, that would be fun, and I had him in the classroom. And that, ever since that time, I always wanted to have an animal. And by the time I was taken away from there by a principal at Klondike Elementary, which was like a stone's throw from Purdue. And when I taught at Klondike, I had more than a bird. I had a bird. I had a snake.
Ooh.
A snake named Domino Moonbeam. He had a crescent moon on his forehead. He was a California king snake. He had a stripe with polka dots down the back, so California king.
Did he like birds?
I didn't give him that chance. But I did teach my students a little bit about biology. And I mean, it would be happenstance because I had a snake, I had a bird, I had a tarantula. And my tarantula was Lizzie Borden, of course. And she would crawl, and she was about that. I mean,
She'd crawl up you?
Oh, sure.
I assume you did something to
And I talked to her, and I would hold her, and I'd threaten my students.
And you made the tarantula.
Keep that up, and the tarantula's going to be on your hand. But no, it wasn't quite like that. But
How did you get the tarantula not to be poisonous?
Oh, I think he was poisonous. But I mean, but I had university professors, because there was a vet school there,
Yeah.
that would come in and observe what I did with these animals. Because I would have 5 tables with kids around the tables. And there'd be an animal in each one. I had a snake in one. I had sometimes a turtle. I had chinchillas who had babies, which is kind of cool. I had the snake and the tarantula, and I taught lessons based on that. And every couple of weeks we would switch to another area, and they'd have to draw pictures of them and tell stories about them. So my classroom was I never got the real good kids. I always got.
Oh, you got the guys who were troubled, which is probably a good thing because they must have loved animals.
They did, but it was kind of like that. And I mean, Sandy Thornhill and I both thought, why are we always getting all these kids that are challenging? But it's because
they're curious.
What?
They're curious.
Oh yeah, they're very curious.
Yeah.
And I'm still on Facebook with a lot of my students because they remember, and we would, well, because of the music that I did, we would give programs. We would give concerts at Christmas time, and everybody would have to sing something or read a poem or do something for the parents. Parents loved it. Well, you know, they always love things like that. So I enjoyed teaching that, and then I decided that I was done with teaching. I came up here because I had an architect build a house for me up here, and it was wonderful. And I'm still there. He's not, but
that's okay.
But it's okay. He's very happily married again.
Good.
So I mean, I wish them all well. I just and I am now.
So are you open to having singing engagements at other places?
Oh, sure.
Oh, good.
Now, I am singing at Joe and Freddie's on the 29th of November, which is, what day is today?
It's the 20th.
It's Sunday.
The 20th.
All right, on the 29th, which is a Wednesday, I will be at Joe and Freddie's singing.
Okay.
If you'd like to hear a song, I could get it out now.
I think that would be good.
I'll put my phone down here. I'll grab my guitar.
That would be great.
Okay.
Good.
And the
Does
bird.
Gucci sing with you?
Never. You never know. I don't think so. Gucci is, I think I put my,
What?
I brought a notebook in with me.
You
It's
brought-
there in your face. There, you got it.
I do.
That's all right. Now, when I was in Lafayette, I worked with I left the guitar in the car.
Okay.
So we can either skip that or we can stop and I could go get it. Or I could just sing it a cappella. I mean, I don't care, whatever you want to do.
Whatever. We'll go get the guitar in a minute.
Yeah, we could do that.
That's good.
Right, Gooch? No wonder it was so light for me to carry it up.
Well,
Wait a minute. Maybe I didn't put it in the car. Maybe I just carried the darn. Well, that's kind of sad. But that almost looks like a guitar over there, but it's not. It's
No,
something
that's a
else.
spinning wheel.
Oh, yes. Conner Prairie. We used to go down to Conner Prairie with my students and I in Indianapolis. Well, it was north of Indianapolis, but okay. All right. I'm so sorry.
Come
You
on
see?
over here.
Okay.
Gucci.
Gucci?
Hi. Hello. How are you? Yeah. Do you have a secret for me? Do you have a story to tell? What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Oh, you like your neck stroked. Good.
Oh, yes, he says. Give me. He says.
Who wouldn't like that?
Oh, right. He said, give me a little massage.
Oh.
Sometimes he can play dead bird.
Is he doing that because he wants more stroke?
No, well, I don't know. But he's pretty easy to get along with now.
That
He's
is
just-
amazing. What kind of bird is this? I
he
didn't
is
ask you
a black-capped conure.
that. Okay.
It's nice I brought my music and forgot to bring the guitar. I think the guitar's at home. I mean, I have 3 guitars there. I've got a backpack guitar. This is a Martin case. There's a
Backpack guitar.
Yeah, it's one that
You can.
it's smaller, and you attach something to it so that it'll lay properly on your lap
As you
play. Well, or like I have a little car. I've got a little 356 Porsche, and it's. I kept thinking I was going to go to South Carolina. I have a bass player down there. We used to all be in Lafayette, but one is now my lead guitar player is in Indianapolis. My bass player is in South Carolina, and I have a harmonica player who's in Nashville, and all of us do that for the love of it, not as an occupation,
Right.
but it's because we get together about once a year. But COVID interfered with a lot of that, so I can't believe that I left
I think
that.
you should have them all come back,
Well, we do once a year.
and then you should come to the depot and play.
The depot. Okay, now the depot is where people can
That's where
they-
I met you.
No, I know, and I bought a table runner, which is beautiful. But you can get on the South Shore there, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why it's
Yeah.
called a depot. Right, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. No, that's wonderful.
That's good. That's good. Well, when you get your guitar,
Yes,
I want you to come back and play
okay,
so that we can add it to this video.
okay. Oh, okay. I was at Posh. I was the only one there. Everyone had gone, and I was lingering because I'm slower at everything than everybody is. And I heard this on the radio, and I about dropped everything I had in my hand because I didn't believe it. And I'm not going to say some of the words that they said, but I will sing this one because usually at the end of the evening, when there's, I probably shouldn't start with this one, when there's no one, or only the people that are half in the bag, they would play it. I'm sitting here with you tonight. You make an awful pretty sight. Since it's just us two tonight, I think that we should screw tonight. I'm feeling kind of stuck tonight. An old jukebox with a neon light. A bit down on my luck tonight. I think that we should, you know what, tonight. It's not that I'm just using you. It just looks like you need it too. And when that sun comes rolling through, we'll have done what we came to do. Not that ain't no need to think tonight, to whisper, baby, or wink tonight. It seems to me you'll alright. Just keep bringing those drinks tonight. It's not that I'm just using you. It just looks like you needed to. And when that sun comes rolling through, we'll have done what we came to do. It's just me and you tonight. I got no bark and I got no bite, unless of course that's what you like. Don't think we'll get much